Hey Stampers, Gainer again. I've done loads of cards today. Well, I've done 3 in between other things. I've done one for Amanda Charlesworth's scrimping. I think it's called, her page is called Stampin' for All Communities. She does a weekly challenge and I love to enter them. So, and I also did one for the Global Design project. I enter that every week as well if I can. And I've just done one off my own back as well, ready for the video tonight. I'll show you all 3. I'm only doing the video on the last card, you'll see, unless you ask me to do otherwise. I do apologise. But they're all, it was a colour challenge for the design project, and the colours were crumb cake, berry burst and wild wasabi. So I thought I was going to cheat today and do one in the design Amanda's got up, and then also enter it into the global design project. So, and this was the design we had to case, which is very lovely. Sorry about the shine up there, but the banner run across that way, but I used the bunch of blossom stamp set, and I did another tone on tone on the crumb cake. We had to have flowers and a symbol in the centre and a banner. So that's the one I did for Amanda's. Absolutely adorable. I then went out and did this one. I think it looks Christmassy, this one. It's not really, but I suppose if you stamped Merry Christmas inside, it could be. To think of you is to smile. And then you could obviously put Happy Birthday or Merry Christmas. But this is Berry Burst. I cut out the framelets with the stitch circles, squares. I always say circles, squares. And then I went over them with the borders with my marker pen to darken them up a little bit more. And I think it looks a bit more like Rick Razzleberry or Cherry Cobbler in between those 2 colours. But I did it on all 3 of these. And these do poke out either side of my card, as you can see. But they fit in the envelope perfect. So it's still a good size. But this is the Eastern palette, Eastern Beauty Suite I used, and I thought it was quite cool. So that's the one I entered for the Global Design Project. And the one we're going to do tonight, again, same colours, 2 totally different cards there. And this one is going back, I keep going back to this stamp set, is the Colourful Seasons. And I've not used a deck chair tonight, before. So I did this in the Wild Wasabi. This was obviously blended in. I used a tiny little bit of Soft Sky. This is our crumb cake, and so is the chair and the middle of our flowers. I just dipped the end of my flowers then in my Berry Burst just to give it a little bit of pink on the outside. And I've got the sentiment thinking of you. I haven't popped anything in the centre yet. I've been working hard all day, so doing these cards. So this is the one we're going to make tonight. I'm going to pop these to one side. If you want me to make them, they do take a long time, but I don't mind. But I just love this, and I just love these flowers. And the simplicity was, you just die cut the flowers and stamp these stamens in afterwards. And like I said, I just dumped them in, rolled them around on top of my ink pad. Or you could use your pen and just hold the pen and go around the outside just to give it a little staining. And if you wanted to go one further, grab a blender pen and pull some colour into the actual flower. Isn't that sweet? Can you see it staining? That's a good idea actually, Gainer. Just to give it some bleeding into there without overpowering the colour. Still a bit, see, pinch some off there even. Just to give it a little shading. That's sweet. So I will give you card measurements now. You are going to need a piece of Berry Burst. This is 8 1/4 by 5 7/8, scored at 4 1/8. You're going to need a piece of Whisper White at 3 7/8 by 5 5/8. This is for the inside of the card. Oh, my cock has finally turned off. You need a piece of crumb cake, 3 7/8 by 5 7/8. Same size as the one on the inside, but this is going on the front. And then another piece of Whisper White, which is 3 5/8 by 5 3/8. We are going to centre this with this one. I cut this oval out and popped it inside and lifted this top one off with dimensionals to give that a feeling of being sunk into the card. I was trying all sorts of ways to do it earlier and try and get myself a crumb cake border, but do you think I could do it for the life of me? Not a chance. So I'm going to attach the inside and the outside of my card, and then we're going to go over to the big shot. I'm going to burnish my card first. There we go, it's nice and crisp. I've nearly done a packet of this since it came out in June, a whole packet. So I've ordered more, which came a couple of days ago. So, in fact, I've got some more, another parcel coming tomorrow. I've ordered a pack of the 24 of every single solitary colour, except for 3. I didn't order the tangerine tango or whatever it's called, tangelo something. Wasn't fussed on that colour. I didn't order the Cajun Craze because I'm not fussed on that colour either. And I didn't order the Always Artichoke because I'm not fussed on that colour either. So, but I buy the full packs. That way they'll last me for a long time. And they're at the Regals Bright. I only out the Regals Brights and Subtles and the Essentials because they're always going to be around. Fingers crossed. It's the in colours that get retired. So there's the inside, all nice and neat and straight. And now I'm going to attach my crumb cake. So I got another 13 packets of cards coming tomorrow. Because I had, there's 38, there's 48 packs altogether, and I've had 45 over this past, well, since June. So by the time I get these tomorrow, apart from those 3 I'm not fussed on, I've got them all. There we go. That's sweet. Sticky fingers. Right, oh, there's my white piece. I'm just going to go over to the die machine and I'm going to cut my oval out and I'll be back in 2 seconds. It won't take long. Just trying to get it central. It's looking neat and tidy. That looks spot on to me. And I just used the largest oval framelit. Bloody dog cage. And we're going to need both pieces because I'm going to show you now. I'm going to pop this on dimensionals. I am using these end bits. Whoopsie-daisy. Whoopsie-daisy. Oh, heck. Oh, my God. We've just seen one of the videos for the pre-season, which is coming out next month. And I cannot say a word. But OMG. You're going to love it. I was salivating at the video that we've just watched. Oh my God. You're all going to be spoiled. I can pre-order in August, but you can't till September. But you'll be able to see once we're allowed to pre-order and receive our stuff. You can see what we've bought because we won't get to see it all, just a select few items. And we can make videos, but we can't show you the catalogue until the 1st of September. And I will be getting them out to my beautiful customers, so watch this space. So we've had all our dimensionals on the back now. Just scoop them up out of the way. And now we're going to attach everyone, yes, I know, we're going to be like, where's this going? Where's... The only thing is, look at that. Lay that down a little bit so I can see my border. No. These are very forgiving, thankfully. But once you press down on them, they're not so forgiving then. That looks pretty good to me. So, this one is going to be stamped on and it's going back in there. I won't push it all the way in because I might never get it all the way back out. But it's going to give you that feeling of it's lifted off the page. So I'm going to pop this out. Then we're going to pop that to one side. Oh, I do apologise. I'm fetching a piece of scrap. And I'm going to make you wait a little bit longer. Oh, aren't I naughty? I'm going to pop my card up there so I can see because I need to get to a few items. I've got now a scrap piece of Whisper White. And I've got my, I'm calling this lime because I don't want a lemon slice in my drink. I want a lime slice, and only so it ties in with the wild wasabi. So, oops, don't go doing the wild. I was stamping away and I thought, why is my flower changing colour? I'm going to stamp once and stamp twice. For that for now. And I'm going to fetch my wild wasabi in. I'm not even going to open it fully. There's my little lime slice. And now I'm going to fetch in my crumb cake. Because I'm just stamping the stamen. You don't have to do it first. You can cut. In fact, I'm going to leave this. I'm going to cut my flowers. No, I'm not. I'm going to do it. I'll show you what I did earlier. That's cheating, doing it a different way. I'll have to let you see what I did. So, I just stamped my stamens. There is one to one flower, one to another, but I just basically stamped. How did I do? 4 of these. And now I'm going to go over to the big shot and I'm going to cut all these out. But I'm going to put her on pause because otherwise you'll be there waiting ages because I've got to go over 4 times with that one. So give me a sec and I'll be back. Won't be a sec. Hey stampers, I'm back. And there are my 4 little flowers. And my little, they're so tiny. My drink that I stamped and stamped off. Look how tiny this is. I've got to get my tweezers. How tiny that is. Gorgeous little lime slice. But, and then it's going to make it even smaller. But I'm going to chop this in half. So it just looks like it's hanging off the side of my drink. Look. Oh, I tell you what, I might just cut a quarter out. Can't even grip it. Tiny little thing. Oh, blimey. Yay. Oh my god, that was difficult. Look at the tiny little piece. I normally cut them out pre-hand, but I thought, let's do it all at the same time. I know I paused you, but, right, don't need the card back in yet. But we're going to pop them to one side as well. Look at me trying to move that one. So we've got all our items cut out. I'm fetching in the soft sky and the wild wasabi. And I've got my little sponges somewhere. Oh, there they are. Just got to write their names on because they're new. This was my wild wasabi. And I'm just going to basically go across my page. And I'm doing it fast. But I want that looking like grass as well. But I know it's running the wrong way, but don't want too much. But it's also, it's done the edge of my paper as well. And now I'm going to come in with my soft sky, which is dried up. But I don't want a lot of that either. And I'm just going to turn it over. And it's going to blend into each other. So again, whoops. This is basically just to give me a sky tone. And that's it. It blends lovely into that border. Perfect. That's the only bit we need the soft sky for. So I'm going to pop that out the way. And my sponges. How cute. Right, I'm going to come in now with my crumb cake. And because I've not used the chair before, the deck chair, I used, let me show you something quick if I can. If you just tap this might be good actually at the moment. It goes bubbly. But that's actually okay at the moment. But if you've never used your stamps before and you notice that it's bubbly and it's making a mess, add some Versamark. Honestly, it makes the ink grip to your stamp pad, especially on the seat bit, excuse me, because it's, and it stops that bubbling effect. Because it looks like bubbles on there. So I'm coming in with my lovely deck chair. And this set is autumn, winter, spring. Absolutely stunning. Look how crisp and clean that is. And I didn't even use this the piercing mat for that. So I can pop that to one side and that's finished. Again, I'm going to just dab my seat with a bit of Versamark. And I'm going to come in with my Wild Wasabi. But now when I'm looking at my ink, my inked stamp, there's no bubbles. And it's going to give me a solid image. Just lining it up now. So you get a little piece sticking out there, and that little curved bit has got to go up there by the handle. Perfect. Look at that. Oh my God. I even got the little hook over there. Bang on. But look at that clean, crisp image. And that's with, again, without using my piercing mat. So, drops are good, ladies. Sorry, I couldn't resist. I was sitting here earlier having a cup of coffee, just wondering my life away and wonder what I was going to do next. And my stamp started to move by itself. And then I remembered I curled it around in an arch. So when I stamp on my, and it was trying to relax on its own. So I'm going to, I knew it wasn't haunted. I've been here too long and this house is definitely not. And I don't think you can get a haunted stamp set. Oh, bless. Trust me to think like that. I'm going to see. In fact, while I've got that out, before it starts to move again, going to fetch my card, making sure I know which way it opens. Look, see, it's moving now. Might be me actually trying to bend it too much. I tell you what, get a bigger block, Gainer. You want it to bend, but you don't want it to buckle. Let's see. Oh yeah, perfect. Now press it into place. Take your berry burst. And I wanted this to curve just around this bend. Oh, isn't that sweet? And I don't care if it moves now. In fact, I'll pull it straight so it doesn't stretch it too much. Yeah, I know. Get over. Otherwise, it's a straight line. Thinking of you, thinking of you. So, that's that bit done. While we're here, oh no, I'm going to use my pens this time. So, we need to attach this now, and my little lime. OMG. Super sweet. So, I'm going to come in with one of my little tiny dimensionals. These are marvellous. But that just fits up there. I'm going to add my drink. My strawberry champagne. Or my strawberry daiquiri or whatever. I can't do with sickly drinks. Ugh. I'm going to pop this right next to the chair. I said they've nipped off for a dip in the ocean. Or to have a tinkle in the sea. Trust me. Right, I need my tweezers. In fact, yeah, definitely. I'm just going to dot. Tiniest little bit in that corner there. And there's my lime slice. Would you have lime in daiquiri? Or I don't know. I don't even know what. I've heard of one, but never had one. I do like a drink, but I'm a rum lass. I like a bottle of dark rum. We went to Dominican, oof, and they sold this dark rum, and it was, oh my god, it's like drinking pop. But right, how cute's that? I was looking for it through my stamp set. See, there's a little hat, but the one we've got in the guy greetings is a bit too big. And it's a bowler hat, and I can't see anyone going down to the beach in a bowler hat, so I'm just going to practice now where this is going, because I want it when it goes in to give me a little bit of that border, but without showing me any of the crumb cake underneath. So add some more glue because it's very forgiving. God, this little bottle's been going for ages. I keep thinking it's empty and it's not. And look at that contrast with the shading now. I've got my wiggle space. Not anymore, we haven't. It's gone. That's sweet. Oh. Just check the time. Oh, we're okay for a minute. But there's literally, oh my god, 6 days left to the end of this month. And 6 days left on my giveaway. 6 days left on Stampin' Up's giveaway as well. With anyone who joins can have a £65 worth of, let me just... £65 worth of Carols of Christmas, grid paper, snips, snail, D-blocks, bone folder. You're going to miss out on that. It runs out, that does, at the end of this month. I add the little ones to these because one, if you want to slide something under, you've got way more space than if you have a large one. You know, you can slide flowers under and you've got that gap underneath. If you put a big one on, which fits, then you've got no wiggle space underneath. So, what I do is take the backing off. Pop my little piercing tool there. You can go around the edge with the glue, like the ink pad like I did, or you can just use this pen, your marker pens. And you don't really have to do this if you don't want to, but I think it adds a little bit more. And don't worry about smudging or going over your lines, because I'm going to use my blender pen again, and I'm going to blend it in. You could use your tweezers, but I'm just going to, and then I haven't got to touch any of the ink when I pop it down. So we've got two different shapes. Oh, actually, I got three the same. Oh, there we are. Never mind. I don't know what happened there. Because if you hold it with your tweezers, you've got to move your tweezers around. If you hold it with your fingers, you risk getting it all over your fingers. And I'll show you another tip. I won't do the last flower. I'll show you something else. And one more like that, and then I'll show you the last one in a different way. Oops, don't worry. Now this one we're just going to stick straight down, and I'll show you what we're going to do with this one. And pop it on there. Blender pen's coming in. I'm just going to pinch some off my blender pen. And go around the edges. Turn it over then and blend that colour in. And then with these ones I can pull that colour in. Don't have to be perfect, and if you do slightly want a bit more, pinch it off your pen. You could even go over them. Oh my god, I'm going to say it, aren't I? Wencastella. Oh god, I love my Wencastella. Let's see what that technique looks like. Oh my god. And it blends that colour in as well. Beautiful. I'm even going to add some to my drink. So even my drink's got a bit of sparkle. Oh, lovely. And I've just blended my lime colour in, so it looks like a proper lime now. There we have it. Oh my god, now I've got to do it. I've got to do it to this one as well, while I quick look at time. This, again, just because you're thinking of someone, it could be thinking of them on their birthday, could be thinking of them just because you are thinking about them. You could be thinking about them in any situations. So, there we go. Oh my god, I forgot my drink. Let it shine. Perfect. I hope you like them. This one is a little bit darker, but this one's a little bit paler. But that's the one I did earlier, and this is the one we just done together. A thumbs up and a share and a subscribe would be amazing. Thank you very much. And until tomorrow, let me know what you reckon to the other cards. I will have to simplify them down a little bit because they will take a long time. One of them especially. So I'll show you how I do the flowers on the flower one. But I'll have to cut majority out separately because they took me ages. But thanks for watching. A thumbs up, a share and a subscribe. And until next time, bye for now. Bye.